What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Geek Out Room podcast. Don't forget you can watch the episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our YouTube channel, Sauces Entertainment. With that being said, today we are talking about Xbox slash Microsoft because Phil Spencer is out, so is Sarah Bond, and their successor, or Phil Spencer's successor, is not what a lot of people were thinking because a lot of people thought it was going to be Sarah Bond, and this person has no she has no experience in the gaming sector, right? Like Phil does. And that's interesting. That's very interesting. Because what this tells me now, especially with her involvement with AI, what that tells me now is that Microsoft is definitely, at least Microsoft's direction when it comes to Xbox might be PC's the future. I know there's been a lot of rumor mills and a lot of this and that, but I just think they're placing people in power that can help guide that transition. Okay, obviously Microsoft is a software company. They make all their big bucks off software. Now Xbox, I do think Xbox will still be around. I think Xbox. I know a lot of people saw this news and were like, "Oh, Xbox is doomed forever." I do think Xbox is not going to be like in a prominent space. I do think Xbox is going to be more irrelevant in the next coming years. I do not have much faith in this new CEO to do what gamers want. I'll see her helping Xbox become a better brand for the gaming community. I do think she will help shepherd this brand to where Microsoft wants it to go. Because at the end of the day, what I think is missed amongst all this is that no matter who's in charge of Xbox, it all ultimately depends on what the shareholders and what Microsoft as a whole wants. What direction do they want? Do they see Xbox being profitable enough? Do they care enough about the gaming community to help get Xbox back to where it could and should be in the place of all of this? Or are they saying, hey, the future is computers, it's AI, and that's the direction we want to go in, and Xbox will be a good sub brand to help usher that in and package it into what we want and make it popular. Like, hey, we want to invest more into the AI and computer side of things, so Xbox is no longer going to be a console. It's just going to be Xbox Game Pass or something, and it's going to be with every new like it's going to be paired. It's obviously already paired with Windows, but it's going to be paired with Windows. And people want to have the Windows operating system, do the access to this Game Pass thing, and they have an AI assistant like Cortana that can, whatever, or hey, they can make their own video games through AI. Like, who knows what the future when it comes to AI in relation to gaming and Microsoft. But if that's the future they seek, then that's the future Xbox will have. You see what I'm saying? Like, there is no, it's not like Phil Spencer or anyone that takes his role before or after could just do their own thing willy nilly. Like Xbox, like Microsoft is still the big dog. Microsoft still has a ship that they're steering, and Phil Spencer just has his little, you know, subboat. And it's kind of like, oh, we should probably do this because this will help make us money. He's a gamer. He's a gamer's gamer. But then he still has a job, and Microsoft slash Xbox has not been doing too well. They just haven't. Facts are the facts. So it is bittersweet because I think Phil Spencer's a cool dude. From all I see, I think he's a cool dude. But I do think a change was necessary over at Xbox. With that being said, I think that if they're going to make a move, excuse me, if they're going to make a move that helped benefit gamers and steer the ship of Xbox more towards gaming and making the next Xbox console something really cool, innovative, with sick titles, I do think the move would have been something different. This move doesn't inspire that. This move inspires, let's optimize Game Pass. Let's start really So that, and also when AI, when we get what we want from AI, you will already have the experience to optimize this as well with Game Pass, right? Hey, anything could be an Xbox, right? It could be the little touchscreen on your fridge. It could be your TV. It could be your Amazon Fire Stick. It could be your Rogue Ally. It could be your computer that runs Windows. That's where I think this is going. I think they got the person they want in place for that, for the business moves they want to make. I just think that either they would have, and who knows what happened with Sarah Bond and why she decided to leave as well. I think it's as simple as any other job, where she put the time in, and she thought she was gonna be the next big dog. They said, "Nah, this is gonna be the next big dog because this is the direction we want to go in, not the direction that y'all have ushered us into, and not the future that y'all envisioned. You're just not the person for that. So we're gonna go with this person." And Sarah Bond's like, "F this, I'm gone." I think it was just as simple as that. I don't think it was some grand conspiracy. I just think it was simple as any other job where you get passed on, even though you have tenure, and even though you have experience directly with what is the main operations of this whole branch, when the other person didn't, and you probably never even heard of this other person for real, and then just came in, and you're like, nope, I'm done. I made my millions, and I can go find a plethora of other jobs that will actually value me as an employee and as a person. And or she just didn't like the future of what they were pitching, and she's like, I don't want to be a part of that future. They're all like, well, we have someone that does. It is the corporate America is a bunch of that. So I think it's just as simple as that. Could be something darker, but I think it's just something as simple as they have a different future that they envision for the company, and Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond are not the people they want for that. And also, regardless, Xbox just needed a change. It needed a huge change. I don't think Microsoft made the right move. Again, if we're talking about gaming, if we're talking about AI, computer, like a Xbox consoleless brand that I think is the direct future for Xbox in 2028, 2029, 2030, then cool. I think they probably got the right person, or at least someone that won't make it unnecessarily hard to make that transition. I think Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer, people like that would be like, no, no, console still. We need to still be a part of the console situation, the console field. There's still a plethora of gamers out there. There's still so much we can do and figure out. There's so many titles we can green light that can make a comeback. I just think Microsoft wasn't having it. Um, was his name for the games like Fable? Are we ever going to get another Halo game? What about Gears of War? I don't know. I don't know. Um, Microsoft has done a lot of lip service for this already, but to me, it's a whole lot of nothing. Microsoft has done nothing over the past, in my opinion, 5 years or so that has inspired any type of confidence for me as a gamer in what they're doing for Xbox. Now, I have not been a part of the Xbox train for a while. I've been Team Sony for a minute. Do not get me wrong. There's reasons. All these companies, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Xbox, um, they all have their faults. There's a lot wrong with all of them. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, if it wasn't for this Xbox news, this would have been primarily a Sony video, to be honest with you, about their negative news cycle. But got trumped by Xbox because Xbox lately can only win one race, and that's negative press. But yeah, I just been part of the PlayStation family for a minute, and but I have plenty of friends who love Xbox. My brother has an Xbox. Um, a lot of my close friends use Game Pass. They love Xbox. They still have like an Xbox. My friend had an Xbox One until like recently. Like he had an Xbox One playing that thing until recently when his Xbox One kind of gave out, and also a lot of the new games are not supported on Xbox One. So yeah, I think he got an Xbox Series X, S, no S, whatever the cheaper, smaller one is. That was the more affordable option towards a bigger like $500 console at the time. And so there are a lot of people who have interest in this and who actually really like the brand and really prefer Xbox when it comes to gaming. A lot of friends who use Game Pass on their computer, stuff like that. But I just don't know where Xbox is going. I don't think they're going to just shut down. I don't think it's going like, hey, Xbox is done. I think this move shows that they want Xbox to survive. For what reason and in what capacity, I don't know. This will be interesting. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this recent change with Xbox and how do you feel about the sudden retirement of Phil Spencer and the sudden leaving of Sarah Bond. See you on the next one. Keep geeking out. Peace.